I'm Adrian, the cruise and travel guy. Join me on board Air New Zealand for a business class run across the ditch from Sydney to Auckland. In June 2025, Air New Zealand operates a fleet of 8 Boeing 777-300 models, and today we'll be flying on one that is equipped with the famous for the wrong reasons herringbone business premier product. At the airport, business class travellers can join the priority check-in queue. As I was travelling without luggage, I completed check-in online and then took advantage of the automated kiosks to have a paper boarding pass printed. I usually prefer to carry a physical copy when travelling internationally. For those travelling with luggage, business class guests can check in up to 3 suitcases of 32 kilograms each and bring on board 2 bags with a combined maximum weight of 14 kilos plus a small item. Lounge access is available for all business class travellers, and in Sydney that meant using the venerable Air New Zealand lounge located on the southern side of the international terminal. The Singapore Airlines Silvercrest Lounge is located next door and can also be accessed by business class travellers. The lounge is a comfortable place to spend an hour or two, with a small buffet offering over the course of the day. A chef station is a nice touch, offering made-to-order omelettes during my morning visit. There's also a full-service bar and, importantly, a barista. Travellers can order their preferred coffee on the touchscreen tablet. There are also self-service bars located throughout the lounge with automated coffee machines, and a range of wines, spirits, beer, soft drinks, juices and water all on offer. Our plane soon arrived, an almost 11-year-old example of Air New Zealand's largest aircraft. Conveniently, boarding was set to take place at Gate 60, one level below almost exactly where I had set up camp in the lounge. A delayed departure for a United Airlines flight to San Francisco, however, meant our plane was bumped to Gate 36, a 10 or so minute walk from the lounge. I was basically sitting on top of the departure gate and we just got moved, so I'm walking all the way around to Gate 36. But extra steps means extra champagne. Business class guests were invited to board first, and within seconds, I finally had my chance to see one of the most controversial business class designs flying today. Why the controversy? While features like direct aisle access and a lie-flat bed are big ticks, the herringbone seating layout means a lack of privacy, something expected in today's long-haul business class market. Travellers' feet are directed into the aisle, and everyone faces the centre of the plane. As a layout and seating concept, it feels very dated. This is especially true when compared to newer competitor options, such as the reverse herringbone seating available on Fiji Airways A350, which I enjoyed between Los Angeles and Sydney late last year. I've linked to my review of that product in the description below. While all travellers are rewarded with a clear view of their neighbour's feet, those in a window seat such as mine have to make do with twisting their neck in order to look outside. They're positioned almost entirely behind your back. Waiting at the seat was a pillow, headphones and menu card. The seat itself is comfortable, particularly for a daytime flight. The ottoman features a seatbelt and can serve as a seat if you wish to share a meal with another business class traveller. It also means you can prop your legs up for takeoff and landing. Power seat adjustment includes lumbar controls, and there's a universal power outlet, as well as a USB-A slot located underneath the in-flight entertainment screen. As for the screen, it has to be secured during takeoff and landing, but can still be viewed, a little awkwardly, from the side. An older product, the viewing angle isn't great and reflections can be problematic. Still, the touchscreen offers a decent library of on-demand content to keep you occupied for hours. Storage is otherwise very limited, with a pocket located under the entertainment screen and a small, shallow cubby under the armrest. A folding drink tray was a nice touch, but its location meant some acrobatic skills were required to reach behind your head to grab your beverage. The dining table is huge, folding out from next to the ottoman and providing a large, sturdy space from which to dine and work. It can also be slid forward and backwards for more flexibility, meaning you can easily get up during meal service. And as for meal service, Air New Zealand excelled when it came to both the food and the service. Considering we spent barely 3 hours in the air between Sydney and Auckland, the meal service was fantastic. It was a 5-course affair with the choice of 2 different appetizers, 3 main courses, additional sides, and various breads. While still on the ground, champagne, juice, and water were offered, followed by a hot towel and a small serving of mixed nuts. Purple mood lighting set the ambience on board, and the attendant was soon back to take my lunch order. Barely 10 minutes after pushback, we took to the skies. There's something very special about flying on an aircraft as substantial as a 777 on such a short flight. About 15 minutes after takeoff, the flight attendant was back to set up my dining table, and soon my lunch service began with this exceptionally tasty morsel. The only disappointment was that at this stage, beverages had not been offered. I suspect it was due to my seat being located in the smaller business class cabin, just ahead of the premium economy seating, but it took a further 35 minutes to receive my appetizer, and then finally a drink. There was also a bread service, from which I chose the pretzel roll. Both the appetizer and roll were delicious. The bocconcini and farro salad was light but full of flavour. For the main, I chose the fragrant apricot chicken, with the sweetness of the red onion and pomegranate compote pairing perfectly with the tender chicken thigh and bulgur pilaf. The dark chocolate mousse had a nice bitter edge to it, but I couldn't finish it, nor could I enjoy the cheese course finale. Lunch service occupied over an hour of our sub 3-hour journey across the Tasman, and apart from a delay to the initial drink service, it was really rather perfect. The business class cabin has 3 bathrooms to choose from, with the 2 rearmost loos even offering a view. There was no amenity kit provided on this short flight, and likewise there were no in-bathroom amenities. Free Wi-Fi kept me connected for the duration of the flight, with the connection stable and fast enough for me to upload to Facebook and Instagram with no issues. It definitely helped pass the time, and soon enough the cabin was being prepared for landing into a dusky Auckland. While the hard product has definitely aged out of contention in today's business class market, this is undoubtedly one of the best ways to travel between Australia and New Zealand. The service was exceptional, warm, friendly and genuine, while the food was likewise excellent. On my Facebook page, many of you mentioned the seat is actually quite comfortable when converted into a bed, something I didn't get to try during this short flight, but that gave me hope that a longer jaunt would be pretty enjoyable overall, provided you're not offended by feet. As reported by Executive Traveller on May 9th this year, Air New Zealand had confirmed its 777 fleet will see the brand new Business Premier product replace this herringbone version over the coming years. This is in part thanks to the airline's recent decision to hold on to its 777s into the 2030s, and its desire to provide a more consistent premium experience fleet-wide. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short review. Let me know in the comments if this is a product you would or have enjoyed, or if it's something you'd rather avoid. As always, remember to head to my website before you plan your next cruise or holiday, and give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date with my travels as they happen. Thanks again for watching.